What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Broadway Joel. If you like to stay up to date with boxing news, please hit that subscribe button. And if you've been here before, thanks for coming back. So, Teofimo Lopez lost to George Kambosos, and a lot of people wondering what's his next move going to be. Now, if I was Teofimo's manager, dad, or himself, I would take a long break. He just had a son. He's going through a divorce, so he needs to work that out. Spend time with your son. Spend time with your lawyers. Figure out how you're gonna get this divorce, if you're gonna get this divorce, at all. Are you gonna work things out? Also, recover from your cut. So he should take a long layoff. Now, I think that he should fight in June on the Puerto Rican Day Parade against Jose Pedraza. Jose Pedraza is not too high of a step up, when you're moving up in weight. It's a good enough barometer for him to get adjusted to the weight. And he has enough name where he can sell tickets. He's a common opponent with Tank. He's also Puerto Rican, and this would be on the Puerto Rican Day Parade, so he'll have some rooting interest in the crowd, and he'll drive some fans to see a Puerto Rican fight a fellow New Yorker in Teofimo Lopez. And also, Edgar Berlanga on the co-main event. Listen, every time I'm on live, somebody asks me about Edgar Berlanga. And Edgar Berlanga's name is buzzing. Is buzzing, especially in these New York City streets, especially amongst the Puerto Ricans. His name is buzzing. He has a relationship with Fat Joe and Tracy Morgan and all these celebrities. So, they'll be in attendance. And if they'll be in attendance for the co-main event, obviously they're going to stay for the main event as well. Because not only is it another Puerto Rican fighting in the main event, there's also another Brooklyn native fighting in the main event. So whether they're there for Edgar Berlanga's Puerto Rican roots or Brooklyn roots, they'll stay for the main event. As well as Top Rank has a bunch of good fights that they could put in the undercard. Let me show you guys. So the obvious name is Xander Zayas. He's somebody who you could put on the undercard. He's a young up-and-coming guy who has a lot of, swag to him. He not only likes to win by knockout, he likes to win by knockout with style points. He's somebody you could put on the undercard. I also wrote down a list of other guys that could potentially be put on the undercard. John Bowser, he's from New Jersey. He's Puerto Rican. He fights at 140. Jose Vargas from Brooklyn. He's Puerto Rican. Fights at 140. That's a fight that could be made. It's within the Top Rank. It's right after Jose Vargas got knocked out in the first round. John Bowser's a undefeated fighter. This would be a good potential comeback fight as far as get his name back up, or it could be a potential fight where John Bowser makes a name for himself and he beats up Jose Vargas. Also, you got Joseph Adorno. He's Puerto Rican, 122 pounds. Jamel Herring, who fights at 130. Abraham Nova is Puerto Rican, fights at 130. And by the way, the reason I brought up Jamel Herring is because he's from New York. He's from Long Island, New York. So he'll bring in some fans. So Jamel Herring versus Abraham Nova at 130. I don't know if Nova's ready, but who knows? Maybe Herring is a good enough step up with him because Herring may be on the older side. Also, you got guys like Carlos Caraballo, who fights at 118. Henry Lebron-Gonzalez, who fights at 130. Both are Puerto Rican. So, Top Rank definitely has a lot of things, a lot of fighters where they can put on the undercard and make this an exciting fight. They also have Jonathan Gonzalez, who is a Dominican guy. You can put him in against a Puerto Rican. So, we all know there's a little bit of a rivalry between Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. Not necessarily in boxing, but just in life, anytime baseball, they play each other, it's always a big thing. So you can add him to the undercard. He's New York based. He can probably sell some tickets. This fight could be in the big arena in Madison Square Garden. As far as pay-per-view, I'm not sure. Maybe, maybe not. I'll leave that to Top Rank. They have those experts. I'm not sure if this could be a pay-per-view, but I would buy it. If you're giving me an undercard like how I just mentioned, and all of those are makeable, all of those are not as super expensive, maybe with the exception of Edgar Berlanga, but even then, he hasn't stepped up to the point where he's a world champion where he can command so much money, where he commands millions. This is a pretty cheap undercard. You can put all these guys in the undercard. You could maybe $5 million covers your whole undercard. If I'm going above and beyond. I don't even think you need 5 million. You could probably get that done with 2, 3. But yeah, I like this fight. I think Jose Pedraza versus Teofimo Lopez on the Puerto Rican Day Parade is just what the doctor ordered. You know, we have to be strategic how we promote these fighters. And Top Rank, if you guys do this, just send me a cut, man. Send me 1% of the pay-per-view. I need that because the idea came from me. Jose Pedraza versus Teofimo Lopez, main event, his first fight at 140 with the co-main event as Edgar Berlanga. But all right, guys, that's my video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also remember, I go live every single Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. I have a call-in show. You know, you guys can call in, disagree, agree with me. Also, if you have any opinions and you want to run it by me, you can also do that. Please show up this Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. All right, guys. Till next time. Peace.